conversations gone to my head. Now I don't even wanna leave my bed. But when I go out I feel so alive. I look like it's 1975. And yeah, I guess I feel alright, 'cause I'm a working class socialite. And everything I do is to help meet my own aims. But if I can help myself, I can help you just the same. I've got a bow and arrow and I practice in my garden. Then I go off to meet another special person. I teach a class and they write a special feature. Good morning, love, Lieutenant, how you doing? Nice to meet you. I get some cash so I can pay my gardener. They say experience a little more good than hard, yeah. And as I breathe it in I feel alright, 'cause I'm a working class socialite. And everything I do is to help meet my own aims. But if I can help myself, I can help you just the same. Woo! My hair's receding from my dad's genetics, but it's a struggle finding out to watch on Netflix. I start to feel as though I've gone brain dead, 'cause all the propaganda has begun to go to my head. We're shaking cups for the cost of living. Granny can't heat a house and now she's snivelling. They want to work us until we die, especially those working class socialites. And everything they do is to help meet their own aims. But just 'cause they help themselves, it doesn't mean that they'd help you the same. That's what I do, and everything I do is to help meet my own aims. I take a look up the moon and I put them all to shame. But if I could help myself, I would help you all the same. Looking back over my shoulder, remembering when life was good. Why'd you leave so sudden? I can't figure out the reason why. Was it something that I said to you, or did the feeling die? Hey Hannah Harper, it was going good, but you disappeared so suddenly. You left no letter, no note, no last goodbye, but I hoped you would remember me. I still have that group photograph up on my fridge at home, and I think about the times that we had together when I'm alone. Hey Hannah Harper, where are you now? Do you still wear my old check shirt? Are you still dancing to Oasis with a drink in your hand? Or don't you do it 'cause you know that it hurts? Still smoke your cigarettes by the abandoned railway tracks? Do you still play that Stone Roses song you love to play when you need to relax? Hey Hannah Harper, you're a mystery girl, you vanished from society. You tend to only trust the people who I know that care, but it's clear you never cared for me. Thinking back, I can't remember your face, I can just recall your name. You told me with your G&T in the early hours of New Year's Day. Hey Hannah Harper, I remember that night was short but it was sweet. Is there a twinkle beyond Pluto written in the stars that in the future once again will meet? my cherry reds have just run out of weed. I'm down on my luck cause I used to have a job I really quite enjoy, but I was working for a knob. I tried it out in retail but it didn't end too well. They pinned me up cause it turned out my mental health's in hell. So now I'm trying to make ends meet and trying to make my bread. I'm autistic but autistic and I'm unemployed instead. And I don't really know what I'm doing anymore. I'm working for myself so I'm not as fucking bored. It's really hard to do what it is you want to do if the job don't fucking pay. Now don't get me wrong, I know I have to pay my way, so I'm teaching kids guitar and fixing ways they educate. It's really quite fulfilling and it builds my network too, but the government says it don't pay enough, so what do you want me to do? You said you couldn't make a job out of making art. The government is paying me to sit here on my arse, playing my guitar and writing lots of shitty songs for me to play to paying crowds. That's what I've wanted all along. But I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I'm working for myself so I'm not as fucking bored. But it's really hard to do what it is you want to do if the job won't fucking pay. Na 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 na. This song's another drop in the ocean of my life, a roller coaster of emotion and a music kind of strife. I'm really trying my best to do all that I can do, but if you say that I'm a scrounger, I agree, but still fuck you. So even though I don't know what I'm doing anymore, I'm working for myself so I'm not as fucking bored. But it's really hard to do what it is you want to do if the job don't fucking pay.
Cause I need to fill my time. The world's burning around me, but I'm cool here inside my mind. I'm tired of the systems, I'm tired of the fools, I'm tired of the lessons that they don't teach in schools. They say let's all get through together, but why can't we get through on our own? Don't try and team us up with losers, cause we know that they're all danger prone. Why are we following the leaders? Why are we giving up our rights? Why do we care so much about whose side we're on? Why do we all need to fight? We all want the same thing, but we fight about how it's done. You try and make it a new trend, like to you it's all a game of fun. Try a bit of meditation, let it loosen up your mind. Thoughts come clearer, let it open up your eyes. Think about what really matters, the beauty of nature and life. Look at the birds up in the trees. Do you think they care what's black and what's white? No, they just want to live, fly about all day long. They don't care about us way down below. like to stay in the middle, sit on the fence and watch my mind clear of all distractions, watching the worms fight their way to the top. Looking now, my faith is waning, the common sense here is lost. But while I have my meditation, I'll stay happy while the world is not.
Keep my head down and stand and wait in the wings, and pretend to not care to keep the order of things. But on the inside I hurt, and when I see you it burns. But I'm grinning through the torture from the lessons I learned. I fucking hate December 8, when Cupid takes a holiday, and everyone goes totally mad about love. Cannot stand that dreaded day when you find out that you're too late. I'm happy for you, but that doesn't mean it don't hurt. I'm happy being just friends because I love you a lot, but it kills me when you talk about how lucky you got. I know I'll grow up and I'll move on, but the wound is still fresh, and I feel the blade twist when I say your name. I fucking hate December 8th, when Cupid takes a little break, and everyone but me is lucky in love. Now it may be the hands of fate, but I don't feel too fucking great. I'm happy for you, but that doesn't mean it don't hurt. Another Christmas alone, I'm getting used to the fact that it doesn't look like any light will come out of the black. But when New Year's Eve rolls around again, I'll be happy and be grateful that we're both still friends, and I've got a good feeling I'll be fine in the end. But I'll still hate December 8th, even if Cupid gives me a break, and every one of those lonely ones has somebody to love. No one else compares to you. That's why I wrote this song instead of feeling blue. I'm happy for you, but that doesn't mean it don't hurt. Flags only at your sandbag, only at the way your hair shines in the sun. I'm looking in your eyes and I'm loving how you smile. I'm loving how it's like you're only here to have fun. You take a toke, a spliff, and you make a little joke, and then you take a sip of your cherry coke. You don't even bat an eyelid, all your exes just reminded you why you don't trust anyone no more. And is he trying to settle the score, trying to make a big dance and show, because you don't want him no more. Me, I guess I must confess, I think that you're the best, and I couldn't even care less if things get mad and messy. I've got a thing for you, 'cause you're a girl like Effy. Got a thing for you, 'cause you're a girl like Effy. Some don't even say it. I'm gonna brave it and say why you don't trust anyone no more. You don't wanna be hurt no more. So that's why you closed all those doors, so you could bandage up all your sores. And me, I guess I must confess, I don't know you the best, but I take full interest and I'll be ready if you ever need a Freddy. I'll always try and be there for you, girl like Effy. I've got a thing for you 'cause you're a girl like Effy. I'll take a hammer to the head for you, girl like Effy. Diaries full of days that lasted seconds while some seemed months, but every single one of them you made. Now I look back on those days and wish they'd never gone away, 'cause now I'm haunted by those words you used to say. We'll walk on together in this world where we don't belong, till it's time for us to go our ways. And when our time was through, I wrote this song to sing to you, but remembering is what makes me feel blue. The road at first seemed clear, but it crumbled more and more. But we took that bumpy road well in our stride. But those bumps were hidden mines, and soon enough we were to find. When the bombs were dropped, we'd have to fight or hide. But we walked on together in that world where we didn't belong, till we both found things that led astray. And when I tried to call, you didn't answer me at all. Communication breakdown through the wall. Went by and my life was picking up, and the world where I didn't belong became my home. But not a day amassed I didn't think about the past, all those moments where we laughed and when we danced, and how we'd walk on together, always forward and never back, never worrying about things that we couldn't change. But after so long on my own, I knew I had to learn to grow like a flower from the seed that you had sown. Now I sit back in my chair and I watch the world go by, and remember when we said we'd have it all. When I'm old and grey, I'll look back on the good old days, and that haunting little phrase that you used to say. We'll walk on together in this world where we don't belong, until it's time for us to go our ways. And now my days are new, all these memories seep through in the pages of this diary made by you. to boiling point with conflicting points of view. I've give up trying to listen, 'cause I don't feel listened to. I really want to run, but I've got nowhere to go. Carried by a strong breeze, and I'm seeing where it'll blow. I wish I was a bird so I could fly far, far away and travel to a land where people get on day to day, where people pick you up when you're down from being knocked. But sometimes I guess just aren't enough rocks. Just once I'd like to speak to someone who actually has a clue, whose worldview isn't influenced by the headlines they see in the news. Someone who can help me feel not so quite alone. I'm going mad 'cause I'm in need of a world where I can feel at home. I wish I was a bird so I could fly far, far away and travel to a land where people get on day to day, where everybody's up on the history so the repetition stop. But sometimes I guess there just aren't enough rocks. Don't think that what I wish for is such a big of an ask. We don't want to go to war, yet you're still grinding your axe. There's one side against another, and so on. If it wasn't such a problem, I wouldn't have to sing this song. I wish I was a bird so I could fly far, far away and travel to a land where people get on day to day, where I can fling some pebbles and smash glass ceilings way up top. But sometimes I guess there just aren't enough. Sometimes I guess there just aren't enough. Sometimes I guess there just aren't enough rocks. When your afternoon becomes your morning, when you're tired from getting up and stretching and yawning, You're still wearing last night's shirt with the vomit stain. You don't give a fuck cause that's your average day. Living on a rockstar diet of soda and starvation. Breathing in more hairspray than you're breathing in fresh oxygen. There's nothing on TV and you've got no motivation. Living on a rockstar diet. When you're feeling down because you're lonely without her. When you finally hit rock bottom and you can't go no further. So you listen to some music as you start to cry, with a needle in your arm just to help you get by. Living on a rockstar diet of soda and starvation. Breathing in more hairspray than you're breathing in fresh oxygen. There's nothing on TV and you've got no motivation. Living on a rockstar diet. But when you find that the money's gone flat because you spent it all on useless crap, you're tired of living on a rockstar diet of soda and starvation. Breathing in more hairspray than you're breathing in fresh oxygen. There's nothing on TV and you've got no motivation. Living on a rockstar diet. Rockstar diet of soda and starvation. Breathing in more hairspray than you're breathing in fresh oxygen. There's nothing on TV and you've got no motivation. Living on a rockstar diet. Well, it's clear to see that I'm the best in show. You don't judge the underdog cause you don't know what he knows. You never really reach the top if you don't drag your way through the dirt. You need to hit rock bottom first. You should have known I'd blow you out of the water. I wouldn't make it, that's what you all thought, huh?
Make it never.
But I rolled through and left you in a dusty cloud.
Get the duster.
It's all good thinking that you are good, but it's up to the crowd.
Shout it out loud.
You never really reach the top if you don't drag your way through the dirt. You need to hit rock bottom first. Wasted chips betting on their own horses.
Bankrupt at the races.
Cheering on favorites who ain't got the resources.
Look at all your faces.
Tell me why you think I wouldn't bathe for blood.
After all you've done.
That's why you always keep an eye on the guy crawling through the mud.
Let's have some fun.
You never really reach the top if you don't drag your way through the dirt. You need to hit rock bottom first. You need to hit rock bottom first. You need to hit rock bottom first. A loner sipping his Corona. This girl says that he loves her, but he says he's never known her. He grew up in the Northwest, look up his old address. He doesn't like to show off, but he always likes to impress. He's got a thing for palm violets, but he eats them when it's quiet. He sucks them down his gullet like an ultraviolet diet. And he likes a Dr. Pepper when it is nice weather, chilling in the sun with dreams to get a band together. He wants to be the Jaguar Man, with crowds in the palms of both his hands. He wants to have a world full of fans, but he's stuck being a regular man. He has a massive workload, plays music loud to reload. He complains about complaints from the old lady down the road. He's asleep all through the daylight and awake all through the night. He spends the time just doing naught, but sometimes he might write. This girl, but she does ballet. She wants to go to Calais, wants to walk along the beach and take a nice stroll to the Palais. But she isn't very loyal, though he treats her like she's royal. She's the type of girl who always looks for trouble cause she's spoiled. But he just wants to be the Jaguar Man, sell stadium shows across the land. He wants to live his life in a rock and roll band, but he's stuck being a regular man. Someday he might find something he left behind, when his name is in lights playing with his band, and they've heard his tunes in some far-off land. He remembers his life as an average man. He says he wants to be the Jaguar Man, crowds in the palms of both their hands. He wants to live their life in a rock and roll band. I think I'll stick to being a regular man. I wake up from my drifting slumber, and I get out of my bed. I put on yesterday's pants and my jeans, and I stand and I scratch my head. I rub my eyes and I yawn, drink some water to soothe my throat. I open up the curtain and I see a world with no hope. I walk through my house, check the locks on the doors, check the shutters, check the windows boards. My doggy's turned rabbit, he's that look in his eyes, like he's just seen a rabbit that's been caught in the lights. Good morning, dead world. How are you today? Are you burning yourself alive?
soldier piled up like a mass of human shields. Drains overflowed with blood, and the snakes slithered to the nest. There's only gas masks for the rich, the leaders and societal best. And as for the rest of us, we're living here in hell, waiting every day for our gods to ring that final bell. So I make my way back home, and I sleep the whole night through. Wake up once again, relive this life as you do, and say good morning.